position, and the supine position, prone position, and different position. And then apart from the position, we are talking of, we have talked of about the different planes. And in the planes, we basically you might be aware of the median plane, and then the sagittal plane, coronal plane, transverse plane, oblique plane. Okay, and these are the planes till this is the this was the stage when I left you previously. Now just moving ahead to continue it. Okay. Okay. Now, here is the screen visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Now you can just recapitulate, and just I am asking the question, and just give me the answer. What is the plane in green color?
Transverse
Sorry, sorry.
What is the plane in blue color?
coronal
What is the plane in orange color?
Median
This, just listen to me. There will be several planes parallel to the median plane, and that plane will be called as sagittal.
sagittal plane.
Okay. Or if we are talking about the sagittal plane, then there will be only one sagittal plane, which will be the median plane. Any confusion about this?
No, sir.
Okay, let us move ahead. Now, see the another picture of the same, and then here again see the different planes that are being used, and then see here. What this plane is.
Transverse.
Yes, it is transverse plane. Basically, here we can say it's sectional, as just to avoid the confusion. Transverse plane, just recall, transverse plane is the plane perpendicular to the longitudinal axis of the body. So if you see about the limbs here, it is perpendicular, but if it is along the line, then it will not called as a transverse plane. Okay. After that, we are now going to move for another terminology, and that is the basically the terms used for the description of the trunk. Basically, if you recall from the introduction, the cadaveric anatomy is basically taught as either gross anatomy by naked eye, the histology by microscopic view, and then the gross anatomy itself is being taught either as regional, like upper limb, lower limb, head and neck, trunk, perineum, etc., or by systemic approach like cardiovascular system or nervous system, etc. So here I am going to basically tell you region-wise the terms which are being used to describe the different region of the body, so as it becomes convenient for you to remember and to understand. Okay, now the terms related with the trunk of the body. Now see this slide and just see the slide and listen what I am telling to you carefully. Now we are going to know the terms that are used to describe the trunk. Trunk is this part of the body, including the thoracic cavity and the abdominal part, thorax and abdomen. This is known as the trunk region. And the above head and neck region, upper limb you are knowing, including the shoulder, arm, and the forearm and the palm. Lower limb including the thigh and then the knee joint along with the leg and the foot. Now I am talking about the trunk. So anything which is in front of the body. In front of the body, the position is anatomical position. And that anything in front of the body will be known as anterior. Which term? Anterior. And anything which is back side of the body is known as posterior. Okay, now here again anterior and posterior is basically the relative term. Now suppose that we are having four pages from numbered as 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth is the back one, last one, and first is the first one, arranged vertically. Okay, and now if you can see that, can you hear the book that I am showing to you? Can you see it? Answer. Let.
No, sir.
No, sir.
दिख रहा है
No, sir.
आप दिख रहा है ये?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
अब मान लो कि इसमें पहले देखो कि इसमें बहुत सारे पेजेस हैं. कैन यू सी इट? ठीक है, तो अब इसको हम देखते हैं. तो द फर्स्ट जो मेरे से फ्रंट पे है, जिसमें मेरा हाथ रखा हुआ है, दैट इज एंटीरियर. ओके, एंड द बैक ऑफ इट इज posterior. Now if there are, now suppose that there are 3 pages, only 3 pages. If I am having the first 1, 2, 3, and if I am taking the first one as a reference, then first will be anterior to the second one, and third will be posterior to the second one. Are you getting it or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Suppose that there are 3 pages, okay? 3 pages. So, named as first, second, and third. So, the first will be anterior with respect to second, and third will be posterior with respect to
Second.
second. Okay, now you have got the idea. So anterior and posterior, these are the relative terms. So the towards the front is the anterior, and towards the back side is the posterior. Okay, these are the 2 terms. Then the next term we are going to use is the medial and the lateral. And these terms, the reference point is the median plane or the midline. Anything nearer to the midline or towards the midline is medial, and away from the midline is lateral. This again is a relative term. Now, if I am keeping this book like again in this position, now see, in this position, okay? And now suppose that in the center is the median one. In the center is the medial one. And if we are going to name it, one which is on the right side at 1, and in the middle जो gap है as second, and the part in the left hand as the basically third. So basically second will be the median plane. And now the pages which will be nearer to the medial one plane will be known as medial, and the part which is away from the medial, the pages will be known as lateral. And now if you see my fingers, okay, then suppose that this middle finger is the medial plane, okay, then with respect to this, my index finger will be medial or lateral? Medial. Thumb will be
Lateral.
lateral. With respect to this, my little finger will be
Lateral.
Lateral.
and my ring finger will be.
Medial.
Medial.
Now if I am changing the reference, if the reference become my index finger, okay, then the middle finger will be
Medial.
Medial.
ring finger will be lateral.
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 Okay. Any confusion about this term, medial and lateral?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
Then another term is,
No, sir.
okay. Another term commonly used is superior and inferior. You might be knowing, or by the term itself, superior means something above than something. Inferior means something below. So here, towards the cranial end, cranium, basically this skull, the skull is called as the cranium. And so, or you can say any structure towards the head end will be known as superior, and any structure towards the foot end will be known as inferior. Here again, it is a relative term, and now see it. With respect to my own nose, you have to answer. My eyes are
superior.
Superior.
lips, yes, and lips will be.
Inferior.
I am changing it. The reference point. If the reference point are my eyes, then my forehead will be
Superior.
Superior.
here, and nose will become.
Inferior.
Inferior.
Okay. Now I think you are aware of the 6 terms: anterior, posterior, medial, lateral, superior, and inferior. Any confusion in this?
Sir,
No, sir.
Yes.
No, sir.
सर एक बार मीडियल वाला दोबारा से समझा दीजिए.
Medial वाला देखो बच्चे. See my fingers. Okay. Yes, you see my fingers. Okay. So this middle finger is the median plane. Middle finger को मैं ले रहा हूँ, ठीक है ना? So with respect to the middle finger, my index finger, there are 2 fingers here. So you can see the thumb will, with respect to the middle finger, thumb will be lateral and index finger will be medial, because anything towards the median plane will be medial. And if I am going to change the reference point, then the medial and lateral will change. Now see, if you see the reference point is my ring finger. Okay, with respect to ring finger, my middle finger will become
Medial.
medial and index finger will become.
Lateral.
Have you got it?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Any confusion? Any query by any students? Should I move ahead? हाँ, चलो बेटा.
सर एक बार एंटीरियर पोस्टीरियर समझा दीजिए दोबारा.
एंटीरियर पोस्टीरियर को देखो, ये जैसे ये बुक में देख रहे हो, ये बुक तुम्हारे सामने क्या लिखा हुआ है, देखो ये क्या पढ़ रहे, लिखा हुआ क्या, पढ़ो.
जनरल एनाटॉमी.
एनाटॉमी है, जनरल एनाटॉमी लिखा हुआ है. ठीक है, ठीक है. अब ये तुम्हें इसका फ्रंट पेज है ना?
यस सर.
यस. इसका बैक पेज देखो, ये बैक. इन फ्रंट, उसको हम क्या कहेंगे, एंटीरियर कहेंगे, और उसके रिलेशन में द पार्ट और टुवर्ड्स द बैक विल बी कॉल्ड एज पोस्टीरियर. अब इस केस में मैं कहूं कि इफ आई एम पुटिंग माय फिंगर्स, ऑल द फिंगर्स लाइक दिस, नाउ ठीक है, ये दिख रहा है, मेरे फिंगर्स दिख रहे हैं.
यस सर. यस सर.
सो अब इसके हिसाब से मेरे फ्रंट में मेरा थंब आ रहा है कि इंडेक्स फिंगर, रिंग फिंगर, वो लिटिल फिंगर आ रही है.
लिटिल फिंगर.
Little finger, the little finger will be
इंटीरियर.
anterior and thumb will become
पोस्टीरियर.
Posterior. If I am changing the reference point, as the middle finger, okay, then with respect to middle finger, ring finger will be
Anterior.
anterior, and index finger will be
Posterior.
posterior. Any confusion?
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Any query by any student till now? कोई एक बोलो, समझ गए? ठीक है. Should I move ahead?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
हाँ, एक चीज देखो बच्चों, मैं पहले क्लियरली कह दूं कि देखो, नॉलेज आर देयर, everything is written in book, and there are many informations on Google. You can search it out. Here, just you have to understand. And my point is that at the end of the class, what you are having in your pocket, or what you are having or with you, that is my motto. So you have to be with me, and I have to be with you. If there is any problem, or if speed is fast, I will be slow. I will modify myself to make you understand in a better way. Okay? Now, after that, anterior, posterior, medial, lateral, superior, inferior. Now, another term that is being used is superficial and deep. क्या बोला बच्चे मैंने, जैसा बताओ.
Superficial and deep.
Superficial and
Deep.
ठीक है. The name itself is indicating the superficial will be on the surface, or the towards the surface, and the deep will be towards the bottom. Okay, so in anatomical position, any structure towards the surface will be superficial, and towards the deep part, deeper than this surface, will be known as deep. This term is also relative term. Now again see the book. This book is having many pages. Now you can see, obviously any book is not of one page. If it is book, many pages. Now see from the front, its surface will be, if you are going to keep to read, its first face will be like that. This will be the first face. Then this first part will be superficial, first page, and the rest page below it will be deep. Now see my fingers again. If suppose that this whole is the breadth of the body, or you can say thickness of the body, or any structure, this is the whole thickness, and that part is the front or the surface. Now my little finger will be known as superficial, and my ring finger will be deep to little finger. So ring finger will be known as deep. Any confusion बच्चों?
No, sir.
बात समझ में आ
No,
रही है?
sir. No, sir.
नहीं आ रही। ठीक है। मान लो कि तुम्हारे बुक में तुमने पढ़ने के लिए रखा, और उस बुक में देयर आर 5 पेजेस. कितने पेज हैं?
5.
5. मान लो ऊपर से नीचे पेज मैंने काउंट करना शुरू किया था, फर्स्ट, सेकंड, थर्ड, फोर्थ, फिफ्थ. ठीक है, तो जो सबसे पहला पेज होगा वो ऊपर होगा.
Yes, sir.
What the surface that will be known as superficial, and the second page will be deep in relation to first page.
Yes.
And if I am changing the reference, and if I am taking the second page as superficial, so page third will be deep to it, and in relation to third, 2 will be superficial, and in relation to first page, page second will be deep, and in relation to page second, page third will be deep. Getting it or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
चलो समझ गए तो अच्छी बात में लगी, बाकी समझ गया ना? फोर रिलेशन में which will be deep? Which page will be deep? आंसर दो। 5 पेजेज की बुक है, 4th पेज के रिलेशन में कौन सा पेज डीप होगा?
5th वाला।
Fifth. Fifth.
Fifth. Okay. Now you have got it. Okay. So should I move ahead?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now the another term which is being used is proximal and distal. Which term? Proximal and
Distal.
distal. इसमें कहीं लिखा हुआ है नहीं, proximal और distal कहीं, एक मिनट रुक जाओ, नेक्स्ट। proximal, PROXI, proximal, MAL, proximal, and another term is distal, DISTAL, distal. ठीक है? Aware of the heard of the term? Which term? Repeat me.
Proximal and distal.
Proximal and distal.
Proximal and distal.
Okay. Now listen. What is proximal and what is distal? This slide is visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now listen to me. The part which is nearer to the root or to the attachment of the limb or any structure, that will be known as proximal. Here, in case of upper limb, root of attachment is shoulder joint. Okay? In case of lower limb, the attachment will be the hip joint or the root. So, or now, better if you see the fingers. Now this this is metatarsal metacarpophalangeal joint, means knuckle देख रहे हो अपना knuckle, you can see the knuckle, this is the knuckle.
Yes, sir.
knuckle जानते हो, पंच बनाने में तुम बनाते होते इससे, knuckle. This is the root of finger. Okay? Or attachment. Any structure nearer to the attachment will be known as proximal, and away from the attachment will be known as distal.
Yes, sir.
सुन लिया जो मैंने कहा उसे?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes. Now I am just going to give you the example so that it will become clear for you. Now see the attachment of the upper limb. Okay. This is the shoulder joint, root of attachment, and here in the forearm we are having the wrist joint. Okay. And in the middle we are having the elbow joint. So with respect to shoulder, we have to describe the elbow joint and the wrist joint. Then I am asking to you itself that which joint will be called as the proximal, elbow joint or wrist joint?
Elbow joint.
Joint.
Now you have got it. ठीक है? So with respect to shoulder joint, elbow joint will be proximal and wrist joint will be distal. If I am changing the reference point, if the reference point is elbow, then wrist joint will be, and then we are talking of wrist joint, and then now the joint of the thumb. Okay, there is wrist joint and the joint of the thumb. Okay, so now wrist joint will be proximal or distal?
Proximal.
Proximal, and the joint of the thumb will be distal. So these terms, proximal and distal, are also relative. ठीक है. अच्छा, अब बच्चे मैंने जो बताया है, तुम में से कोई एक बच्चा, anyone volunteer can reiterate and tell me what term, just reiterate the name or rename or tell me the names of the term that I have told to you till now. Anyone volunteer, जल्दी बता दो कौन कौन सा बात हमने टर्म तुम्हें बताया.
Yes, sir. Sir, you told
बोलो.
anterior and posterior.
Yes.
Anterior means
Yes,
anything
Rishabh.
which is. Sir, yes, sir.
Just name the
Anything-
term. No, there is no time to. Just name the term.
Sir, anterior, posterior, sir, medial, lateral,
Yes.
superior, and inferior.
Yes.
And sir,
Yes.
and sir, proximal, distal, and
Yes.
superficial and deep.
Superior and
Superficial and deep.
okay. So we have covered these terms in the basically as far as the terms related to the terms are concerned. Okay.
Voice not clear.
In relation to the tongue, we are also basically some terms are being used. Now you can say that one is the ipsilateral and another is contralateral. First, listen the term, then I will explain it. Ipsi, I-P-S-I, and then the lateral. Lateral and medial you are knowing. It just add the prefix ipsi to the lateral, ipsilateral, and then another term is contra. Add prefix contra to the lateral, contralateral. The terms are ipsilateral and contralateral. Ipsi means of the same side, and contra, obviously contradiction, contrary. The prefix itself, when it is being added, it is changing, it is having the notion of opposite. So contra means of opposite side, ipsilateral means of the same side, and contra means of the opposite side. Suppose now I am going to use the term in the sentence. You listen it, then I am going to ask you, have you understand it or not? Suppose that there is a paralysis, cerebral stroke. अक्सर स्ट्रोक के तुमने सीवी ब्लड प्रेशर के मरीज को देखा, सुना होगा कि भाई स्ट्रोक हो गया, बेहोश हो गया, पैरालाइज हो. So basically a patient is having a stroke and he is having there is paralysis of the upper limb of the right side and the lower limb of the left side. Okay. There is cerebral stroke. Presentation is how the patient is presenting. He is saying that I am not able to move my right upper limb and my left leg. The lesion, now by investigation, by MRI or CT scan, now the diagnosis has been made, or it is found that the lesion is on the right side of the right cerebral hemisphere. Okay, now three terms. Lesion is in the right cerebral hemisphere, and the presentation, there is weakness or paralysis of the right upper limb and left lower limb. Now I have to use this ipsilateral and contralateralism. So with respect to lesion is in the right cerebral hemisphere. There, with respect to lesion, I can say, with respect to the lesion, there is ipsilateral paralysis of the upper limb and contralateral paralysis of the lower limb. Bachcho, have you got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
चलो
Yes,
ठीक है,
sir.
बहुत बढ़िया. माशाल्लाह, न्यू जनरेशन इज ऑलवेज बेटर देन द ओल्डर वन. ठीक है ना. और इसमें हम एक चीज कहते हैं, चलो थोड़ा सा तुम्हें लाइट करते हैं, थोड़ा सा इसमें अलग से एक चीज पूछते हैं तुमसे. ये बताओ कि एक छोटे बच्चे को देखा है, इन्फेंट कहते हैं 1 साल के बच्चों को, चिल्ड्रन ऑफ 1 ईयर दे आर नॉन एज इन्फेंट। 1 साल के बच्चे को हम क्या कहते हैं? इन्फेंट कहते हैं। अगर बच्चे की हाइट और बाप की हाइट में कौन बड़ा होगा? बच्चा या बाप?
बाप।
Father.
Father.
बिल्कुल। अब सपोज करो, नाउ इफ चाइल्ड इज ऑन द शोल्डर ऑफ हिज फादर, अगर बच्चा अपने बाप के कंधे पे बैठा हुआ तो कौन बड़ा हो गया?
बच्चा।
अब
Father.
हाँ बोलो बेटा।
तब भी तो
फादर है, लेकिन अब बच्चे, एक मिनट, लेकिन अब बच्चे को वो दिखने लगा जो अब्बा को ना दिखे वो भी दिख जाएगा, क्योंकि उसकी आंख और ऊंची हो गई। ये बात समझ में आई? उसका विजन बाप के विजन से ज्यादा ऊंचा देख सकता है ना?
यस सर।
देख सकता है ना? तो यही है बच्चों, वी आर जस्ट प्रोवाइडिंग यू द शोल्डर, द प्लेटफॉर्म, एंड यू हैव टू टेक ऑफ from that platform and you have to build your own platform. You are the newer generation, you can go to the any limit, sky is the limit, है ना? वो कहते हैं ना कि आसमां जहां और भी है सितारों के आगे जहां और, ठीक है ना? तो और भी है आगे। तो ये जस्ट आई एम जस्ट गिविंग यू just a reference point, making you aware, and then if you are going through the text after this class, then you are going to have your own platform and you might be, or you have to be better than me. Okay, चलो ठीक, आगे हम चलते हैं। Moving to the terms now which are being used in relation to the upper limb. अभी तक हम बच्चे किसके रिलेशन में टर्म की बात कर रहे थे? कोई बच्चा बीच में बोल दिया करो।
Trunk of body.
Trunk.
Yes.
Cranium.
Now I am going to use or tell you the terms which are being used in relation to the upper limb. ठीक है? Here. Now the term here, if you recall the anatomical position, just I am having the PPT of the anatomical position. Slide it now. Anatomical position. Now see basically the anterior surface of the upper limb. Upper limb is also known as flexor surface. Which surface?
Flexor.
Flexor surface. Flexion, flex करना. Flex से one who drives is known as driver. ठीक है? One who teaches is known as teacher. The one who flexes is known as flexor. ठीक है? Just noun from the word flexor. So basically the muscles in this compartment basically are responsible for bringing out the, we will talk about the term related to the movement, flexion or the bending movement of the upper limb. That, so this basically bending is on the anterior surface. You can see, you can't bend on the posterior surface. Can you?
No sir.
Anterior तो हमने पढ़ा है ना अभी?
Yes sir.
हाँ, we can bend only on the anterior aspect. We can't bend on the posterior aspect. So anterior part is basically their flexion is taking place. So this surface, anterior surface, is also known as flexor surface. And the posterior part, obviously, that extend, because of the extension, that is known as extensor surface. Okay? Flexor, extensor. Okay? Then here, there will be medial border. Okay. Border and surface. Just look at this book again. Okay. Now tell me which one is the surface and which one is the border. Or you can tell me about what is the geometrical difference between the border and the surface. Anyone?
Sir, border is
कोई
one
एक बच्चा बता।
dimensional surface and surfaces.
Yes, border is one dimensional, having only length in it. Okay, and surface is two dimensional.
2D.
Okay, like area, length into breadth. Okay, so if you see, you can observe your own forearm and arm that it is just somewhat flat and not a round structure. So the flat part is known as the surface, anterior one is the anterior surface of the flexor surface, and posterior one is the flexor surface. Similarly, the part on the medial aspect is known as the medial border, and the part which on the lateral side is known as the lateral border. And this lateral and medial border is more prominent in forearm as compared to arm, because arm is somewhat round, or you can say cylindrical. Okay, so anterior surface or the flexor surface, posterior surface or the extensor surface, medial surface, medial border, and the lateral border. Now, after that, we are going to talk about the terms used in relation to the description of the lower limb. ठीक है? Now see, in the lower limb also, the part which is anterior will be known as the anterior surface, and the part which is on the posterior aspect will be known as the posterior surface. Here the anterior surface is extensor surface, and the posterior surface is flexor surface.
Flexor.
Okay. Now, just I am giving you one homework. In upper limb, what is the anterior surface? Flexor or extensor?
Flexor.
Flexor.
Lower limb? In lower limb?
Extensor.
Extensor. And what is the difference? Both are the anterior surface. In upper limb it is flexor, in the lower limb it is extensor. This is your homework. You have not to answer this time. You have to
Sir, please repeat why at upper limb it is extensor or it is flexor in the lower limb.
anatomical position, it is facing forward. So anterior surface of the hand is known as palm, and posterior surface of the hand is simply called as the dorsum of the hand. ठीक है बच्चों? Anyone? ठीक है, okay. Now, in case of lower limb, this whole is the anterior surface, that is the basically extensor surface. Posteriorly is the flexor surface. Now, in case of foot, the part which is in contact with the ground is known as the plantar surface, or simply called as sole. And the part which is in continuation with the anterior surface of the leg is known as the dorsum of the foot. But anyone just repeat me the surface of the hand and the surface of the foot. कोई एक बच्चा बताओ क्या कहते हैं इसे? Anyone?
Sir, the surface of the foot which is in contact with the ground is the plantar, and the one
Plantar, yes.
opposite of it, and the one which is opposite to it, which is in continuation with the upper limb, with the limb, is the dorsal of the foot.
Okay. Now in case of hand, hand में क्या कहा हमने?
Anterior surface is flexor, and in case of the legs,
नहीं, फ्लेक्सर इसको नहीं कहेंगे, इसके एंटीरियर सरफेस को पाम कहते हैं बच्चे. बाकी के हैंड के एंटीरियर सरफेस को हम पाम कहेंगे.
is called dorsal of hand.
हाँ, बैक को कहेंगे डॉर्सम ऑफ हैंड. ठीक है? ओके. सिमिलरली when we are going to talk about the movement, we are going to talk at the movement at the ankle joint as plantar flexion and the dorsal flexion, using the term plantar and the dorsal. Okay. Okay. Any confusion till now?
Yes, sir. Please repeat.
The plantar term is not
Which
used for
one?
hand. Plantar term is not used for hand.
Yes, yes. The term used for hand, the anterior surface of hand is known as palm or the palmar surface. Palm or palmar surface. Okay. And basically the part of the foot now in an anatomical position which is in contact with the earth or the surface is the plantar surface, also known as sole. And the part which you are visualizing, this is the dorsum of the foot. And in case of the hand, this is the dorsum of the hand. Now you can see the texture of both. Plantar surface and palmar surface are having somewhat equal, somewhat similar appearance with naked eye. You can see. And the dorsum of the hand and the dorsum of the foot are also having somewhat similar appearance. Any confusion?
No, sir.
सर
Okay. Yes, Maria.
सर जो हम लोग सुपरफिशियल के टर्म में बात कर रहे थे कि अगर सेकंड के रेस्पेक्ट में फर्स्ट को हम लोग क्या बोलेंगे, सेकंड के रेस्पेक्ट में थर्ड को तो डीप बोल रहे हैं, लेकिन सेकंड के रेस्पेक्ट में फर्स्ट को क्या कहेंगे हम लोग?
फर्स्ट सुपरफिशियल है.
सुपरफिशियल तो सेकंड वाला है ना सर?
नहीं, सेकंड को अगर तुम सेकंड को रेफरेंस पॉइंट बताया ना बेटा.
ओके ओके सर.
तो अगर थर्ड को डीप कह रहे हो तो थर्ड के रिलेशन में सेकंड सुपरफिशियल हो जाएगा और सेकंड के रिलेशन में फर्स्ट सुपरफिशियल हो जाएगा.
ओके, थैंक यू सर.
ठीक है
Sir,
और हाँ बोलो बेटा.
sir, please repeat what you said of flexion and extension.
I have just not talked about flexion and extension. I will talk in the
I mean,
terms
sir,
related to the movement. I have just talked you the flexor surface, extensor surface. I have not talked about the flexion, extension. I have not talked
Yes.
about the movement. Yes, it is the part we have to take it. Next, we are going to take it. ठीक है ना? Till now, what I have told you, any confusion regarding that?
No, sir.
ठीक है.
Sir,
चलो.
I mean to say.
So let. हाँ बोल बेटा, क्या बोल रहे हो?
Yes, sir, I mean to
Sir,
say, sir, आपने बताया था ना अभी कि जो हैंड होगा उसका जो एंटीरियर सरफेस है उसको फ्लेक्सर सरफेस बोलेंगे और जो पोस्टीरियर सरफेस है उसको एक्सटेंसर सरफेस बोलेंगे.
एक
सर, वो
मिनट,
कहाँ से-
एक मिनट. हाँ एक मिनट. Let just get it clear. In upper limb you are having the arm and you are having the forearm and the hand. All the having anterior surface. Okay. In case of arm and the forearm, the anterior surface is known as the flexor surface, and the name of the anterior surface of the hand is palm. If someone is asking what is palm, palm is nothing but the anterior surface of the hand. ठीक है बच्चे?
सर
हाँ बोलो.
इप्सिलेटरल एंड कॉन्ट्रालेटरल सर फिर से समझा दीजिएगा.
अच्छा चलो, एक चीज उसी एग्जाम्पल को लेके चलो. मैंने बताया था कि लीजन किधर था, बीमारी किधर थी?
अपर हैंड एंड राइट, अपर राइट हैंड एंड लोअर लेफ्ट लेग.
लेफ्ट लेग एंड राइट. और बीमारी किसके वजह से था? ये बीमारी कहाँ लोकेटेड थी?
राइट
सर
सर.
पैरालिसिस हो.
दिस इज द सिम्टम. वेयर आर द डिजीज? स्ट्रोक कहाँ हुआ?
हेमिस्फेयर.
राइट सेरिब्रल.
राइट सेरिब्रल हेमिस्फीयर में हुआ था. बच्चों जो क्वेश्चन जिसको कंफ्यूजन था उसे लेट हिम आंसर सो दैट की हिज कंफ्यूजन इज रिमूव्ड आउट. ठीक है, तो किसमें था बेटा?
सर राइट सेरिब्रल है. cerebrum
राइट
में था।
सेरिब्रल हेमिस्फीयर में। तो राइट सेरिब्रल हेमिस्फीयर में देयर इज लीजन एंड राइट हैंड इज पैरालाइज्ड। तो लीजन एंड द पैरालिसिस आर ऑन द सेम साइड। So this, the term we are going to use for ipsilateral upper limb paralysis. Lesion is in the right cerebral hemisphere and the paralysis is on the left leg. Both are opposite of each other. Lesion is on the right side and paralysis on the left side. So we are going to use the term contralateral here, that there is contralateral hemiplegia paralysis of the left leg.
ये सर समझ गया, सर समझ गया।
चलो ठीक। अब बच्चों इजाजत दो, शुड आई मूव अहेड?
Sir, I can't
Yes,
visualize
sir.
lateral and medial border. I'm
लेटरल
unable to
किसमें? हैंड के केस में? ये अपर लिम्ब के केस में पूछ रही हो बच्ची?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see here in the anatomical position, the slide that you are visualized, that is visible to you. The part of the forearm which is in contact with the trunk is the medial border, because medial is toward the middle. Anyone got it? Should I move ahead?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, till now, just a 30 seconds of recap. We have talked about the terms related to the trunk of the body. We have talked about the terms related to the upper limb. We have talked about the terms which are used for the description of the lower. Okay. And if I am going to summarize the terms in relation to the trunk, we have talked about the lateral, medial, superior, inferior, superficial, deep, proximal, distal. These are the terms, some of the terms. Okay. Now we have to move ahead. So before delaying in it, we are going to move ahead. Now, just introduction that we are going to talk about in the next class. That is, now see this PPT. Just a brief introduction of the class that we are, the topic that we are going to continue, because I think that it is now just 6 minutes are left. So the part that I am going to cover, I will cover. The terms related with the movement of the body. Okay. Now, there are several classifications of the movement of the body, but all the movements of the body, if you recall from your previous knowledge, the most movement are occurring at which joint? You just tell me from your previous knowledge. Which joint?
Ball and socket.
Ball and socket
Joint.
Ball and socket. Which type of ball and socket joint is?
Synovial joint.
synovial.
A synovial joint. There are several variety of synovial joint, but the joints are synovial, fibrous, cartilaginous. So maximum movement is taking place at synovial joint. Okay, and these movements that all are taking place at different synovial joints are grouped under 4 headings. Okay, under 4 headings. But now just listen the term, then I am going to explain the term separately. First, gliding movement. Glide karna. You might have heard the term G-L-I-D-E. Glide. Gliding movement. Then second type of movement is angular movement from angle, right angle, obtuse angle, acute angle. So angular movement. Angular movement. In physics also, you will be aware of the angular movement. Okay. The third is rotational movement. Rotational movement. Okay. And fourth is a special movement occurring at some joint. ठीक है, ये 4 मूवमेंट है. अच्छा, ये अहमद खान कौन है? Who is Ahmad Khan? Just repeat these 4 terms that I have told you. Ahmad. बोलो अहमद. अच्छा, anyone, any volunteer, just repeat the term.
Gliding movement,
Gliding.
angular movement, spatial movement, rotation movement.
Okay. Rotational movement and a special movement you have told. Okay. A special movement. Now we are going to take each movement one by one. Now the gliding movement. Gliding movement, if I can demonstrate you. Now see, this is the pen and now you see, this is another pen. दिख रहा है दोनों? नहीं, यहाँ पर है. Can you see the black one and the red one? Can you see?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes, sir.
usually the surface in this movement, the joint where this movement is taking place, the articulating surface are the surfaces which are in contact with each other, which are usually flat, and the movement which is taking place is either side by side and to and fro movement. Side by side and to and fro movement. This movement is known as gliding movement. Okay. Now, then another movement is the angular movement. Angular movement. Now, for the angle, obviously, 2 lines have to be joined at one point. Only then you can make an angle. See here, these 2 pens. Also, these 2 pens. Okay. Is this visible? If the 2 pens are bringing close together, what? The movement is taking place. As a result, which is decreasing? Which entity is decreasing?
Angle.
Angle.
Angle is decreasing. If they are going away from each other, which entity is increasing?
Angle.
Yes. Now just you have understood that. The movement of the body or the joint in which is associated with the decrease in the angle is known as flexion. The question raised by one of the students. What is flexion? The movement, angular movement. First flexion is the angular movement. Flexion is a movement. Which type of movement? Angular movement. Which angular movement? Where there is decrease in the angle of the joint, and that is known as angular movement. Flexion. Now, you can see here, issue the elbow joint. Can you see it?
Yes,
If
sir.
I am bending like
Yes, sir.
yes. Now here there is decrease in the angle. This movement will be known as
Flexion.
flexion. And the opposite of it, where there is increase in the angle, will be known as extension.
Extensor.
ठीक है. कोई बच्चा ओसामा कुछ कह रहे थे? ओसामा, any confusion? Okay. ठीक है. So angular movement or flexion is also, you can say, the bending movement. Flexion, which is associated with the decrease in the angle, It is also known as, is for simple word, you can use simple word, bending movement. जहां भी bend हो रहा है वहां क्या हो रहा है? That is flexion. Now see the fingers. This, the bend at this is the flexion. The bend here is flexion. The bend here is flexion. The bend at the wrist is flexion. The bend at the elbow is flexion. And now the opposite, the straightening. Now the opposite, the straightening movement or the extension. Okay. Have you got the two terms?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you have to use these terms on your own movement. This is your homework. I'm just anything, everything can't be told in the class. Just I am highlighting the things, and you have to go at your home, and then you have to see from video. You can see the video of these movements, and in videos of the anatomical movements, there will be video of all types, and on your own self you should try to explain the movement that is occurring at different type of joint you are aware of. You can explain which type of movement it is, flexion, extension, sliding, or what it is. Then the next type of movement is rotational movement. Rotational movement. Rotational movement. Now, can you this see the pen? ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
इस पेन का जो आगे का ये जो हुक है, जो देख रहे हो हुक, ठीक है ना? इसको मैं आगे तुम्हें दिखा रहा हूँ एंटीरियर, दिख रहा है ना? आगे दिख रहा है, ठीक है? ये मिड लाइन में है. तो इफ the movement is that the midline, the part is going away from the midline. ये देख रहे हो मिड लाइन से बाहर जा रहा है.
Yes, sir.
इधर मिड लाइन में आ रहा है, और ये मूवमेंट करूं तो भी मिड लाइन से दूर जा रहा है, और अगर ये मूवमेंट हो तो भी मिड लाइन से दूर जा रहा है. So this type of movement is known as the rotational movement. This movement is going to take place on the longitudinal axis. Along that axis, the rotation is going to take place, or all the movement are occurring at one axis. Okay, so here, if the part, as a part of rotation, if the organ or part is being closer to the, coming closer to the median plane or the midline, this rotation will be known as medial rotation, and the part or the result of the rotation, the part, if the parts are going away from the midline, that rotation will be known as lateral rotation. Again, the basic meaning of the medial and lateral. Here it is the rotation. If the rotation is bringing the structure nearer to the midline, then this rotation will be called as the medial rotation. And if it is bringing away from the midline, taking away from the midline, the rotation will be called as lateral rotation. Any confusion till now?
नहीं सर.
ठीक है बच्चों.
नो सर.
क्लास का बच्चों ये बताओ सही से ईमानदारी से,
सर एक एग्जांपल दे दीजिए.
लास्ट क्लास है
सर रोटेशन
रोटेशन
मूवमेंट का एग्जांपल दे दीजिएगा.
एग्जांपल में तुम्हें कोशिश करता है, एग्जांपल का मैं तुम्हें कोशिश कर रहा हूँ तुम्हें दिखाने की. ये एल्बो देख रहे हो, मेरा एल्बो देख रहे हो, ये ऐसे देख रहे हो एल्बो, ठीक है? एल्बो है ना यहाँ पे सीधा खड़ा. अब इसको लेटरल लेके जाओ राइट साइड, ये लेटरल रोटेशन. इसको हम मीडियल ऐसे लेके आए कि नहीं आए? हाँ, जैसे नमाज में हम बांधते हैं ऐसे, ठीक है? तो ये हम इसको ऐसे लेके आए, तो शोल्डर का रोटेशन नहीं होगा तो कैसे आएगा यहाँ? बात समझ में आ रही है? यहाँ ऐसे देखो, ये हाथ है, इसको मैं रोटेट कर रहा हूँ तो ये मीडियम यहाँ आया. तो अब हाथ यहाँ आया तो इसका मतलब ये आर्म रोटेट हुआ तो अंदर है, ये क्या हो जाएगा? मीडियल रोटेशन. और इसी को मैं ऐसे कर दूं तो ये अवे जा रहा है, तो ये रोटेशन किसका? ये कौन सा रोटेशन कहलाएगा?
लेटरल रोटेशन.
Lateral rotation.
Got it or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
यस सर.
मुझे लग रहा है बच्चों सुबह 8 बजे से तुम्हारा ग्लूकोज इस्तेमाल हो रहा है कि नहीं? और ये लास्ट क्लास है 3 से 4, इसमें तो बच्चे ऐसे ही थक जाते हैं। तो बच्चे भाई सवाल ये करो,
और बचा हुआ है,
खेल रहे हैं,
एक्स्ट्रा क्लास है सर।
वन मोर क्लास। अरे भाई अल्लाह रहम